Okay, let's try this again. I just recorded a whole video with the mute button on, so we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, over the weekend, we had some stuff happen with Trump. And that stuff was he implemented 30% tariffs on the EU because they apparently didn't want to come to the deal table. They have now dropped their reciprocal tariffs back to the US, saying that we'll just wait till August 1st to see what kind of deal we can make. So, that alone could turn the market very risk off. It opened risk off, and I'm going to say it was definitely from that. So, this gap down on UJ, your upside gap on gold, that's risk off. Probably a gap down on NAS. Yeah. It's not a good sign. The market is uncertain. Last week, I think the market thought it knew more about tariffs than what Trump did. It didn't take the August 1st deadline serious in my book. And now that he's reiterating he wants to really make these trade deals, and he's pretty much pushing them to, you're going to make this trade deal. He is, the market is uncertain, and I don't see that being positive. So, now if he backs up on it, which he's done before, that could very well happen. On UJ, I would like to see it come here first. After it comes there, I think you could see a bounce back up, and then I still think we might see some downside. But I would want to see a break of this trend line, and then also a break of this support or resistance support. On oil, I could see oil coming back down into this range before going higher. I don't know that it'll care so much about this risk off market because it's not necessarily due to war. Now, if we start to see OPEC deciding to do higher output, or really any of them deciding to do higher output, then we usually see some good oil sales. Or if they start to restrict output and they say, hey, we're going to do less, then we could see some oil buys. So, honestly, I would like to see NAS come back up into this range before taking sales, and I'm not looking for anything until 9 p.m. because that's usually when Asian session opens and really gets started. That's when your money starts flowing. So, right now you're just seeing reactions from everything that's happened over the weekend. I would expect to see those reactions continue for now unless sentiment changes. But right now it has not. We've only had a few headlines of let's see here, let me just read them to you. New Zealand data has come out. But other than that, not much else has been said. So, I'm looking for Trump headlines to see what else is given about tariffs. If he's adding tariffs or if he's taking tariffs away, then we'll look to see how those two currencies move. And if he does start adding tariffs just more and more than anybody expected, then I would expect a risk-off market. Gold buys, UJ sales, GJ sales, NAS sales possibly, depending on the tariffs, that might matter. But NAS being a tech sector could be a better one because it's US tech and not a whole lot infringes on that. So the other things we have coming out will be CPI on Tuesday, and that'll be the next outlook for the market is where is inflation right now. Currently, the Fed thinks inflation is high, and that's while they're holding rates higher. So, but honestly, CPI is expected to come out lower. So if it does come out lower, then the Fed has no reason to not cut rates, because everything's in balance. Your job market's in balance. The U.S. economy looks good. So we'll go over more on CPI when we get closer to it. But just for right now, I'm looking for tariff headlines, and if anything else happens, I will update you guys in the group. So if you have any questions, please leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time.